Good morning and good evening. Hello again, everyone. Today we will be covering the second part to Minecraft Beyond the Veil by Valeriotor. Um, yeah, I last time that we left off, we were over in the voided biome in the little hamlet, and we prayed to our Cthulhu man, which unlocked this void sauce over here, and I will go more into detail about each of the trees individually. But a couple things first. Uh, I said that we were going to do this tree. Now, before we do this, I want to actually focus this video on something else and Beyond the Veil, and something that I've kind of forgotten, which is this. Because, like I said, this is optional. It's not the actual mod, but I don't know. It's kind of useful. I kind of go for it. These whole trees are optional, really. There isn't a finite end game yet, but it kind of. I don't know. But before we really go on ahead with this, we're just gonna come over here. And for some reason, I can progress now. I'm not certain why I can do this. I haven't made any progress whatsoever on this world beyond what I've shown you in the last video. I think what you have to do is you just have to sleep. But I could be mistaken. I could be very mistaken. If that isn't the case, you could probably go look back. I didn't really do anything much. But I just wanna go over this with you guys and see what we can get from affecting myself. So if you come over here, it talks about how affecting your body with your dreams, and sounds impossible, but I'm far past that now, am I not? That is true. So for some reason we can progress. It used to say something about dreaming of being affected by something, but that's not the case anymore. We can progress, and then the way a memory influences a dream is quite unpredictable. There are messages after all, and how could I fathom the interpretation of such a message from something as bizarre as alien as a dream? Record here those memories that change the status effects already conditioning my body. A memory of stillness as the sleep chamber imprisons me time and time again. The effects on my body, I won't let them leave me. Through this memory, my dream will increase their durations. All of them. They cannot escape me. No one can. And then you have over here a dream of stillness, which is soul sand, which is quite interesting. Previously, when I played this mod by myself, because I didn't really look up a guide. I'm just going off of what I did when I was playing by myself. I think I was fighting a witch, and it unlocked something different for me. It was a blaze powder, and gave me strength. I'm pretty sure this just makes it so that it gives me slowness or something. Which you might be like, oh, that's kind of weird. Why would you give yourself slowness? Well, that's going to go later on into this tree, right here, the deep one tree, just right over here, in this little section when we get into Dream Shrines. But we aren't there yet, so we're just going to continue on, I guess. I'm pretty sure what you have to do with this is you have to take out, make yourself a little garden, basically. I'll show you what that looks like. Right, so I made myself this little garden thing here, and basically what you're supposed to do, I think, is take some bone meal, and let me just go into survival mode so that this will work properly, and I have no idea if it will, but you basically just bone meal. Oh, there it is. A memory of flora sticks to my mind. I will not forget it. So that means we have continued affecting myself finally. So basically, I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to unlock one thing with affecting myself, which could be easily done if you sleep in a sleep chamber. And then that gives you the stillness. And with this, it lets you progress into the dreams of Flora, which requires you to make a memory file which is green. This file stores Flora. And specifically, right here, it says a jungle sapling. So if you do not live near a jungle, or if you haven't found a jungle yet, you will not be able to do this unless you have other ways of getting jungle saplings, which you won't disclose. That's all good. But yeah, you just have to take out a jungle sapling. So we're just going to do that real quick. Pull ourselves out a jungle sapling. Jungle sapling. And then we're going to come over here, grab the files we've gotten from last episode in the little hamlet. Make ourselves a memory file of Flora. It is already nighttime, so instead of using our little chamber, which we could do, we're going to just use our bed because it is nighttime, and we will check back what this does. Ooh, an apple. Wow, quite interesting. A memory of Flora. As I grow more and more plants through bone meal, what could such a dream entail? Well, I don't know, let's progress. I got an apple, started dreaming, woke up, an apple was in my hands. It came from nowhere, a mere dream capable of creating or at least transporting matter. The implications are colossal, but also terrible. What could I truly achieve through dreams, and what could other dreams do to me, were I to catch their attention? It's frightening, but hey, I got an apple. This dream deserves further inquiry. So we have an apple now, and this is the beginning of what I like to call the Floral Tree. I think that's what it is called. I think what it is you're supposed to dream again. If I believe so, it's you just kind of do this, and you go back, and you dream of the floral again, and we'll just see if that does anything. And, oh, that's really strange. Vanilla grass seeds. I never heard that before. We're just gonna put this here. Plant a couple of these. So we have vanilla grass seeds. The Flora dream granted me a new kind of crop. These grass seeds are meant to be cultivated like normal wheat by placing them on tilled soil. The difference stands in the seeds themselves being the actual crop. Indeed, when used upon normal dirt, these seeds are capable of covering it with lush grass. They are expended in the act, however. This first bunch of seeds should be used immediately on tilled soil to gain more of their kind, as I do not know whether further floral dreams will grant me the same type of seeds. So, yeah, you basically just gotta put them down on the ground like this, and they look quite interesting if we can take a look at what they look like. So, yeah, they kind of look like that. Really cool. Kind of like actual tall grass. And just like how it says in the book, if we were to, let's say, get ourselves some dirt, put it on here, and let's say, oh, I don't want to wait so long for this grass to grow, well, then you could just plop it on. And I do think that if this mod was on a sky, that's what I first thought of when I saw this. If this mod was like on a sky, what's it called, Sky Factory, like mod pack, like I could see this being used to make little islands by themselves because the grass doesn't spread to the dirt. Sorry, I have a little bit of sickness and a plague, if you will. So yeah, you might be like, okay, so is this all that there is? No, it is not. We have barely scratched the surface. What you have to do for a couple nights is just to dream of Flora, and you will get new seeds. And I will get back to you when I get the other seeds. Right. So I just went along and I slept twice with the Floral Dream um, over again. And I got 2 new seeds, Redstone Seeds, which are like the same as regular grass seeds, except these ones will actually create a redstone signal upon touching it when applied to the ground. They also look different. Um, Personally, I think they look kind of cool. They're like they're like this with little red strips, so you know it's redstone grass. Um, and I'll show you an example of what it looks like when you kind of have it on grass. It kind of looks the same as regular grass, but let's say I grab a redstone signal. You can see that it is powered, and you could use this in traps. See, it's not powered. It is powered. It's not powered. It is powered. You can use these in traps, or, you know, make it an entrance. It looks a lot better than a pressure plate, to be honest. Like, look at that. It kind of blends into the ground. Although, it's not completely useful if you did want to use it for traps. Not as useful as the other grass seed that I got, Ghost Seeds. And if we look into the book, basically, Ghost Seeds are very interesting, to say the least. I wonder, can I just place? Yes, I can. So let's say you got yourself like this little. Oh, okay. Let's say, hold on, I'll be right back. Let's say you have some unwanted attention and you're playing on a server or something, or I don't know, you just really want to create elaborate. Oh, whoops! You really want to create elaborate. That wasn't supposed to happen. You really want to create elaborate mob traps. This is very useful. Basically, when you put ghost seeds on grass, you make ghost grass, and instead of causing a redstone signal, yeah, it just lets you pass through it, and I think you can even pass through it vertically, like this. Yes, so you could definitely make something where it's like, I mean, you would know that it's this because of the greenish, the less greenish, I mean. Kind of make a little secret door there, or maybe a secret entrance via this. Fool your friends, maybe. It's not that different from regular grass, and if you have a mod that changes the color of flora depending on what time of day it is, like let's say it's the middle, like not the middle, but it's the beginning of the day, and everything is like kind of frosted a little bit, it can kind of blend in. It's actually really awesome. And this seed looks like this when placed down and grown. And yeah, you can just have yourself like a little grass farm, which is really weird. Mod about Cthulhu lets you make a farm of grass. Isn't that interesting? Now we're back inside our little house, away from any grass that could be trapped or secret little grass redstone things. You know, I'm not very creative, but I'm sure a lot of people could be very creative with that. It's actually really awesome. We've looked through these, and now we have a new tab right here. Vigis. I'll just call it Vigis. That's what it is now. My next floral dream should be made with a block of obsidian in my hand. I know something is going to happen. Dream of flora with obsidian in hand. This is very, very important. Well, not very, very important. This entire tree is optional. But this is kind of the continuation. Like, you have to do this, basically, if you want to, I don't know, be more efficient, I guess, is the idea in this tree. Which, I guess that's kind of good that we're going through here before we go through surgery. Because over here, well, we'll just see what happens. So I'm gonna put this in here, put this floral dream in, and try to sleep in the cupboard, see what happens. Nothing happened because we've already slept in the cupboard. We're just going to set it tonight and sleep in the bed and see what happens. And we have a vehigis. So before we do anything with this, let's just read about it real quick. Vehigis. This plant is somewhat unsettling. not only because of its appearance betraying no sense of belonging to this world. No, this plant is greedy. In the most literal sense, in fact. Vehigis wants and accepts gold ingots fashioned from the noble yellow metal, will solicit a reward from the plant. Vehigis is capable of granting me numerous kinds of seeds, some from this world and some not. Some that I have seen already and some entirely new. My only worry lies in the faint sense of glee that the plant emanates at every trade. This is a very cool plant. I usually have it like in my house. The thing is, it's a plant, so you gotta put it there. But before we do that, I want to get some grass seeds to make it look nicer. I already had grass seeds. Just gonna make this proper, like that, and then we'll put down the Vehigis. So Vehigis looks interesting, right? Before we do anything with it, I'm just going to very quickly show you that this plant does indeed damage you if you go inside of it, so be wary. If you're on top of it, however, if you're on top of it, however, okay. Well, if you're on top of it, it doesn't damage you, but if you're touching it, it will damage you, and that goes with every other mob that comes in contact. I'm just saying this because I've had mobs in my base that I wanted to keep, and they killed themselves on this, so you gotta be careful about that if you are going for a strange setup like I did. But with the Vehigis, as said in the book, we can use gold ingots to get rewards, so I'm gonna come back with a bunch of gold ingots. Right, so I'm back, and I have gold ingots, and I'm going to very quickly turn myself back into survival mode, so we can see what wondrous seeds we get. So if you right-click on the Vehigis, this is beetroot, but that's because I'm playing with Bewitchment. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's from Bewitchment. No, that's Minecraft. I completely forgot that there are beetroots in Minecraft. Never mind. I'm playing in the mod pack, so there'll be a bunch of seeds that are in here. So, for example, Bewitchment, I forgot what this was. Rustic, okay. Harvest. Oh, here we are, Redstone Seeds. So there is actually a way to get those seeds back if you do lose the grass seeds. Like somehow if you didn't plant them and you just accidentally put them in the ground, you can get them back with this. You just need a couple gold. And it is kind of random. You just kind of keep putting at it. What's this? Megadriel. Should I encourage the avid nature of Vehigis? I don't trust that plant yet. The boons may be worth it. I'll try and give it a bigger piece of gold. Now with this, you have to give Vehigis a gold block. I already have a gold block in here. So what you're going to want to do is right-click Vehigis with this gold block. And then you get, basically, one of my favorite blocks in this mod, the Megadriel, which can store, I forgot what it was. I think it was 40 buckets. It can store 40 buckets of liquid. Right now, there isn't a method of transporting it. Like, no, I'm not saying in the mod, but right now where we're at, there isn't a method of transporting the liquids automatically. But we'll get there when we get to automation. Right now, I guess it could be used as a storage. Yeah, I use it as storage. You'll understand why we'll need storage in the first place when we get to, what's it called? Surgery. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly try something, and I'll be right back. Oh, there we are. This is a very interesting block that can be achieved by the Vehigis. It's extremely rare, and there isn't even a page about it. The reason why is because the mod author doesn't really like this block. But besides that, it is still cool nonetheless, and I think that it's still a pretty good block. Basically, with the beanstalk, which is what this is called, you put it down, and it looks strange. You're like, what is this? Oh, you can climb it. If you right-click it, it'll grow, and it'll keep growing. It'll keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And this is really strange, but don't worry about it. You can climb it. I think it's unstable a little bit, or yeah, it's really wonky. It's like a ladder that goes on forever. This could be very useful. Basically, ouch! I just killed myself. Hold up. So yeah, that's the beanstalk. That's basically what that is. I guess there isn't really much else to offer in this little plant section. There are a few interesting things that you can do with this section. Obviously, redstone grass, very neat. Ghost grass, very neat. Regular grass, also interesting. Megadriel, or I guess what I like to call the tank of this mod. Very cool. Vehigis, also a very cool thing if you have a limited supply of seeds for some reason, but you have a bunch of gold. Very cool. Or, you know, if you just want a bunch of Megahedras, because you could just keep feeding it gold blocks, get a bunch, just put them all over the place. So much liquids. And then beanstalk, interesting idea. I think there is a little bit of a problem getting it down, like getting down from it. I just wanted to see what happens if you break this. I am scared that it's not going to be harvestable. It is. That is quite interesting indeed. So I guess you could put this anywhere, really. I can even put this in my base. I don't know. I don't know why I'd want to, but I could. You could. Anyone could. Really cool idea, I think, behind the beanstalk. And yeah, that is basically it, I think, for the floral part of the mod. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment and tell me what I did wrong, what I did right. I hope you have a good day and love yourself. Just love yourself. That's what this is about. Just love yourself, man. Goodbye.